Wonderful pumpkin cutie pies. There is a magical Bitcoin fractal. We are sitting around the 24, 25, 26K zone for Bitcoin, waiting to see how Rectember plays out. Friendly reminder, the past 6 Septembers have been red. It is a complete scam. It's a poopy town. Nothing we can do about it. Is this going to be the 7th red September in a row? What's interesting is when we place a fractal of the Mt. Gox Ponzi cycle, it seems to tell us that around October, the middle of October, which is precisely when the next SEC arrangement for the Roca Negra Bitcoin spot ETF appears, it's saying, you know, we're going to get some good news. Woohoo! Now, it would be interesting if we don't actually get it then, but something else comes and gives us good news and we just start pumping. It'd be fascinating. Imagine like China just starts printing money. Because if China starts printing money and then this is the reason we go up and then we get the Roca Negra ETF later on, that'll be actually double fascinating. But then I'm telling you right now, you better be really careful about everything that happens up there, because if there are some sort of seasons and manias, got to be super careful, friends. This is what happens. Every time we go up, people whose coins aren't moving, they start to venture into the land of poopy caca coins. So we saw hamster racing. We saw the Unibot trading coins. We just saw all these pieces of trash, Pepe and all these other ones. Look, they're fantastic if you're early. Are you early? No. We know the pyramid game. The pyramid game is the first 100 people get in, the next 5,000 people get wrecked. And that's it. Are you part of the first 100 people? Or are you in the final 5,000 people, right? Now, you might say, well, isn't that all greater fool theory in crypto? Yeah, it's true, but here's the difference, okay? The difference is, in most of our coins, there are 100 plus Twitter influencers, YouTube people who are here staying in the community. They are guaranteed, they're planting their feet firmly in the ground saying, I am part of the network for the next few years. You don't have it with these new coins. These new coins were just resurrected out of nowhere as an ERC20, meant to grift, pump and dump and exit. They have very short duration lifespans, and never forget that. But it will be cool to see if that Roca Negra ETF does happen. There's going to be an overdrive of conspiracy theories. And don't forget, the corrupt SEC is most certainly corrupt, most certainly doing the evil bidding of Satan himself. So Jebediah, Mr. Dean saying, was just listening to an interview with Caitlin Long. And if I recall, she thinks that the Bitcoin ETFs won't be approved. I was surprised. So don't forget, even people within the government know it is corrupt. There are snake and tentacles running around in the background, in the shadows. They don't let all of them know. There's the people who are trying to work for us in the government, and then there are the shadow ones. They only control a few of them. They don't let all of them know. Otherwise, it'd be a revolution overnight. Corrupt SEC, the corrupt Department of Injustice, doing more fake arrests just to plot along and fulfill the requirements of JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, all the other secret insiders that own the US Fed. And of course, they want to usher in the CBDCs. It's very obvious what's happening. There is no other story. There's no other alternative. Nobody in here even doubts it. Like, it's like 99% agreement between everybody that we know exactly what's going on now. But in other news, just to fill you guys up, the PulseX Buy Burn has returned to being activated. And Mr. Dipcatcher has shown us that the transaction where the factory fee setup turns it back on appears in scan.pulsechain.com, but it doesn't appear in otter.pulsechain.com, which is another scan website. So these are part of the teething issues of starting a new chain and birthing a product like this. There are squeaks in the system, just like we have squeaky chairs. You got to get through these. Admin keys, control settings, whatever it is. I don't know how to read code. All I can do is relay it. Sometimes information's right. Sometimes it's wrong. We're not going to be 100% perfect. All I know is there are people who come in cycles. They're going to believe whatever they want to believe after buying tops. And then to exit, they're going to believe whatever they want to believe when they sell minus 99% on the bottoms. The good thing is that this thing is moving forward. So Mr. Dipcatcher, we're thankful to him for investigating the intricacies of what's going on. I remember Gunther used to do this when Hex first came out. He was the Hex accountant digging into the blockchain, mining it out, and providing information. So these people are very valuable to us because we got no idea what's going on. We are as blind as a bat. PulseX is back in business, except its price. And this is the PulseX price as well on a weekly. And man, it is still shocking. I mean, this is an absolute abomination to be down this much after 2 years. 93%. Look, there's nothing we can do, man. I mean, if it's going to recover, we're hoping. That's what I'm hoping for. If you don't like it, by the way, just click sell now. Very free and open to do it. Click sell. Don't hold a day longer. If you are thinking of messaging people, please tell me it's going to be all right. Nope, it's not going to be all right. Just click sell. Just exit, okay? We need to get rid of this dead weight. Just exit now. Do yourself a favor and just quit. None of us are here to just carry any of this excess baggage that we don't need or we don't have any time for it. But if it was to recover, we're hoping there's some sort of swoop up by the end of the year. And it's still kind of shocking, by the way, because it takes a long time for it to swoop up just to get back to break even. So this would be, if we get to around here, that'd be like crazy, man. It'd be like over 2 years still under break even. That's nuts. There's also some information that we can find in the PulseX to Pulse ratio. It is still clobbering down. Now, obviously, look, I'm not here to make accusations. I'm just telling you right now. Obviously, somebody out here pumped the hell out of PulseX because everybody was saying that PulseX was trash. The crowd was actually right. It's true. Look what's happening. This was the natural market price, you know? So, hey, it's accusations. Can't prove it. We're just guessing, all right? You can go guess about something else. I'm here to tell you this is what I think. I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? Who came in rushing? I just got to get some PulseX. It's obvious. Something was jammed up. Somebody or someone came in, jammed it up with millions of dollars to try show everybody that PulseX has value. And unfortunately, now we've come back down. I'm hoping this is a fair price, but you can see we're starting to get in the zone. Personally, me, I know we've just started to enter the zone. I'm just here to tell you, be honest. Never in my life have I seen something enter one of my cheap zones and then just nick it and go to the moon. Personally, I've never seen that. Now, I want it to happen. I pray for it to happen. It's just never happened. I'm now getting deja vu. I'm remembering all these flashbacks. I'm like, you know, it's never actually happened. Instead, it's always been a big, fat, juicy disappointment. A disappointment that you regret FOMO buying in. Now, obviously, I own PulseX with you guys, right? Just everything's cool. But if I was allocating nuke money, this is just me, not financial advice, just me. If it was me, and let's say I put $1,000 in, okay, where do I DCA this month? I would personally, even though PulseX is in a cheap zone, I still wouldn't just do the full clip into PulseX. I would still do either 50-50 Pulse and PulseX or still tilt 75% Pulse, 25% PulseX. Why? And it's just because the way these things are going, I usually, there's a lot of weak hands out there. There's a lot of weak hands. And usually these things, whatever they may be, whatever ratio it is, they always go far worse and far more bad than you can possibly imagine and for much, much longer. They just sit dead and dead and dead and dead and dead. So this, to me, is just the beginning of the deadness. That's what I feel like. And it's crazy because you're wondering, like, how the hell can I get any more dead than this? Well, the ratio is 0.27. Before the launch, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to go down here, but I was always kind of thinking it would go down to 0.15 or even 0.10. I know these are shockingly low numbers. This almost means that, like, it drops another 50%. This is nuts. Basically, oh my God, this will be a horrific disaster. Now, there's a lot of liquidity bonding, and it's possible that the crypto cycle turns around such that more volume comes back into Uniswap and Ethereum, and layer 1 chains are pumping, and there's more activity going on. And with that buy and burn, and the buy pressure comes around, there's arbitrage bots, all that flow back and forth, and the buy pressure kind of keeps it up, and people start to understand the meme. It is very possible for it to do that, but I would still not completely take the chance. The last thing you would ever want to do is, let's say you're DCAing $1,000. The last thing you want to do is just put it all into PulseX here. Why? If it goes up, congratulations. What if it doesn't go up? What if we actually poop again? If we poop again, you're going to feel like a bit of a doofus because now you're down 50% in your clip. You can't act down here. You can't act. Whereas if you were getting Pulse and PulseX, when you get down here, you can rotate that Pulse and then start to trim it and rotate into PulseX in a ratio if you'd like to. So at least, look, in this game, friends, you're playing with yourself, all right? Metaphorically, okay? Keep your mind out of the gutter. You're playing tricks with your mind so that you always have ammo, so that no matter how bad it gets, you stay in the game. Because as soon as you quit in the game and you screw up once, it's over. It's literally completely over. The people who make it are just the people who hang around. So, you know, at the end of the day, there is great news. PulseX Buy and Burn working. I can't completely confirm all of these. I wish I can, but all I can do is report from other people. And that's the risk, you know. If you wait for all these confirmations, you're going to be 2 weeks late and then no one cares about it anymore. That's the reality of the situation. But you know what the real reality of the situation is? Firstly, we are friends. But secondly, we know what's up. We need Ethereum to recover. We need probably above $2,000. We need Bitcoin to recover. We need to get out of the scam zone for crypto. We've been going down for way too long. And look, friends, don't take this to heart. I'm just telling you this right now. This is going to be the worst cycle of all time. All right, I'm just telling you now. And I'm a giga bull. I'm a turbo giga hyper bull. I'm just telling you from the bottom of my heart, this is going to be the worst cycle of your life. This is going to be the worst bear market of your life. Why? It's because of the upside coming is trash. That's why. So in the previous bear markets, they were trash bear markets, but they were rewarded. In this cycle, Ethereum did, which is a blue chip, mind you, Ethereum did 50x from its low, all right? 50x. In the cycle before that, Bitcoin did a 100x from its low. So even though it was poopy McPooptown, altcoins screamed, Bitcoin did 100x, XRP did 500x in just 1 year. There's a lot of great things. The cycle before that was a double bubble. You had Litecoin did like 40x in 1 month, November 2013. You see what I mean? Bitcoin did 600x from here. So I'm telling you now, don't believe these people who are telling you it's going to be great. I'm just warning you. It's not going to be great. All right, it's not going to be great. You're not, just because there's fundamentals around and there's people building stuff, that doesn't mean it's great, man. You don't care about those. All you care about is the upside. That's what you care about. Doesn't matter how bad it is, how many red candles there are. Like, you can give me 25 red monthly candles in a row, but if we end up getting 100x in Bitcoin or even a 50x in Bitcoin from the low, it makes up for it. Who cares? We're not getting that in this cycle, unfortunately. It's going to be painful. But you already know this. You already know this. The beautiful part is I'm telling you this, 2022, 2023, I'm telling you this. People are going to realize this in like 20 months from now. They're going to realize this through 2025. Guess what? Guess what, friends? They're not even going to realize it in 2025 because they're still going to think when we come down, oh, we're going up. Oh, we're going up. No, and then they realize, uh-oh, we've been going sideways for 5-6 years. So I promise you, I don't want it to be like this. I'll pray every day I'm wrong. I hope that something happens in 2024, I am 100% ready to change my mind and to like upgrade all the targets and to say Bitcoin 150K, Ethereum's going to go to 18K and all these other great stuff. I'm so ready for that, and maybe something can happen there. But the way things are going now, this is going to be the worst. This is going to be the worst cycle by far. The worst bull market plus the worst bear market. We already got the worst bull market, by the way. This was the worst bull market ever by comparison. Okay, so we're going to get the worst bear and the worst bull. There's no other ifs or buts about it. But hey, at least these bombs are coming. You are going to be under the shelter. Sure, our expectations of the upside aren't going to be anywhere near what we were expecting. But let me tell you something. You're going to walk away with something in your hand. There are people, they're going to walk away with zero. You think you got it bad? There's going to be people who are going to be in here. It's going to tick 5 years. It's going to be December 2025. It's going to be 5 years for them. That's the risk. There's a 70% chance, by the way. I pray every day. I pray. I light a candle every single week, friends. I promise you. Go to church, light a candle every week. I say, please give me the 30% scenario. Please give us a 30% scenario and timeline where this doesn't happen. But the 70% chance is they're literally going to walk away with nothing. And you know, Who the hell is going to sell on a freaking 3x? You didn't wait 4 years for a 3x. You see what I mean? But we're one step ahead of the game. And of course, me and you, we're going to eat jelly beans. We're going to remain friends. We're going to sit in our squeaky chair, wrestle crocodiles part-time. Don't forget, who loves you, friends? Like, subscribe, bell button all. Make sure you shock that algorithm. Share with your friends and family. I'm going to catch you in the next one.